Hey, my dear friends, welcome back and thank you for jumping on. And today, what's going on is that, well, who knows when today is, right? But the subject matter is the beautiful 18th gene key that goes from the shadow of judgment to the city of perfection, and it's the pathway, the gift of integrity. Um, what's it all about? it's an extraordinary, well, they all are really, and they're all talking about the same thing. And of course the human mind is always judging. The human mind is this thinking thing that kind of gets in the way and kind of blocks the light of the spirit, of the heart, except when it's like really beautifully, perfectly aligned and inspired. And then we have imagination. So we're talking about two different things, right? Judgment. Judgment is basically the operation of the mind that is thinking. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's okay. The problem comes when we identify with it. In so doing, we lock ourselves into this little perspective that has definitions and that defines. And the identification with the little identity, with the little thing, with the judgment, freezes the flow of life. And this flow of life is 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 the flow of energy through the whole, and hence we have integrity. Integrity being the structural integrity where all of the parts are in harmony, right? Now, there is this very wonderful thing to contemplate, which is called quantum jazz, where we're going to be able to uplift those, little dissonances of our own tiny selves and uplift them and open them up to a new reality, which is beautiful and harmonious. And it's not just that it's pleasing to the ear, it's that it really contributes to the greater harmony and therefore well-being of the whole, of every part in the whole getting what it needs. That's what integrity is about. It's about that just that universal loving fairness where everything gets what it needs. And then of course, duh, you have perfection that just boom, it just kind of explodes from the heart of the atom. And that's just a metaphor. I love atoms. Oh my God. I love atoms so much. I'm inviting you to love. Maybe you love them too, and we're made of atoms, and atoms they're like the little particles of love, that we've defined at that particular resolution. And, it's really about relativity, because if you compare the size of an atom with something that's called a Planck, it's like, it'll blow your mind. And getting the mind blown is a good thing. So take it easy on yourselves, my dears. See that judgment is a kind of natural, emanation of the thinking mind, and that it can be played with. You can play with it. Just don't lock yourselves in your judgment. Stay open-minded. Remember, the mind is like a parachute. It works best when it is open, or when it can be open. You don't want to jump out of a plane with an open parachute, I think. Anyway, so we do not lock ourselves in our judgments. We recognize them, we see them, and that seeing comes from, it's the seeing of the true being that you are, is like the light that, what happens when you shine a light on the shadow? You know exactly what happens. The shadow dissolves, and it frees what was there all along, which is, that beautiful continuity and part of the whole in integrity. And it's perfect. It's just absolutely perfect. And it's in motion. And, there's Deshimaru, the famous, notorious Zen master, said something along the lines of, everything is already perfect, and we can still make it better. So that's the spirit, and I love you guys, and thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, I'm very grateful, and I wish you all the best here and now, always. Ciao, ciao.